Hello, how can we teach what we want to at any time that we want, any time that the listener wants to hear? Can we separate the teaching and the learning, the sending and the receiving? I'm Steve McCrea. I'm an instructional technologist. This is someone who uses technology to aid in education. Nonprofit organizations can take advantage of this by separating the teaching and learning at distance. We start with the idea that there are many different learning styles. So, there are some people who you can send a piece of paper, they'll read it, they'll say, okay, read it through, answer it, I'm ready and I'm trained. Reading types. There are other people who really want that face-to-face experience because they want to ask questions back and forth. Those people can often be glided over to an online lecture, which they listen to. Perhaps they don't like sitting in a lecture. They'd rather hear it. So the lecture is put onto an audio CD that they can listen to. Perhaps it's there's 3 points that we want to make and we get inside the person's head. So that can be on an audio CD. We're essentially asking, can we separate the lecturing from the discussion, which is really a comprehension check? Questions and answers at the end of a lecture are used to check to make sure it clarify the concept. This is why we have teachers who lecture, and then the students can ask questions at the end of the lecture. What's interesting about the online program that I'm involved with, I'm going through a program where I'm learning about media, learning about trends in international distance learning, and my professors write for this online review. This is an example of what I received. This is my course. The lectures are on these audio CDs, and there's a couple of DVDs in there. I look at them. I go online to write a discussion, say this is what I observed, I have these questions, I can call up my professor. So we're separating the lecturing from the listening. And so the learning takes place when it's convenient. For nonprofit organizations, this is especially valuable because the training time might take place in the morning from 10 to noon. But some people might not be able to attend that training. So they can watch the training, the essence of it, and take a little online quiz or call the trainer and just the trainer can double check, okay, what were 3 things that were talked about in the training? And so this allows a greater reach for the message of the nonprofit. What we're doing is we're taking technological trends and bringing them into the classroom or creating the online classroom. I decided to stop lecturing several years ago, and my students have been active ever since. Once in a while I slip back into lecturing, and the moment I do, my students slip back into that stupor that made me abandon the practice in the first place. What this means is that the teacher sends the students home with videos to watch or sends the students a YouTube link. The students watch the YouTube and they come into class ready to discuss and maybe actually work together with partners. So, an organization that may have some training for 3 hours, 6 hours, might be able to truncate that so that the part of the sessions could be videotaped ahead of time. Instead of coming in for a 6-hour session, the students could call in the day before. The instructor double checks that there were 5 key points that the person could recite. And then perhaps it's only a 1 hour or a 90-minute demonstration training where the trainee shows this is what I was taught, and when they're given 3 opportunities, they can apply what they learned from the lectures. I look forward to talking with anyone who would like to have this. many ways of teaching. Remember, it doesn't have to always be through video or audio. It can also be through just the text being mailed to some people. Some people who watch videos like to have the script so that they can follow along. So by putting the training online with YouTube, with PDF or email questions, the cost becomes basically the time of staff to invest in the program. Once it's been videotaped and recorded, it's up there and available. I look forward to talking with someone. My name is Steve McCrea, and you can see some of my work, how I use videotapes in the classroom. Free English lessons at gmail.com. That's my email. And it goes youtube.com, free English lessons. If you go to that website, you'll see. I have 400 videotapes where I've just videoed what happened in class, and then students can watch it and gain something in that way. Thank you for your time.